Everyone, it's Krista here for your Valentine's Day reading for all of my Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So it is currently February 14th, 2018. So happy Valentine's Day to you. So we are doing a 9-card spread today because we're asking a directive question for you. And that question is, what can Pisces do to bring more romance into their lives? So just for the sake of semantics, I am separating romance from love and sex. They can all coexist, as we know, but there are different energies, right? Love is different than romance. Romance is different than sex. Again, they can all coexist, and it's probably lovely that they do. But this is really about, the beginning of something, the fresh stages, the butterflies, the thinking about, the flirting stage. And again, this is for couples and it's for singles. So whether you're in a couplehood, for example, and you're developing, you can still develop romance in an existing relationship. And especially for singles as well, it's a really good idea to know exactly what you want from a romantic partnership. So let's begin. What can Pisces do to bring more romance into their lives? What can Pisces do to bring more romance into their lives? So we do have the moon moving through. I'm really strict about 1-card policy right now, by the way. So 1 card at a time. Thank you. As I was saying, the moon is moving through Aquarius on this day. So we are looking at just one. Wishes and hopes coming true. We're looking at group projects, humanity in general, and communication, right? Because Aquarius is an air sign, so it should be fairly easy to communicate something on this day or certainly throughout the week for you. And we are at the 2-minute mark. Look at that. So in the interest of time, I'm going to get the rest of the cards out for you, just because you've probably noticed if you've been here for a while, I am strapped for time all the time. So I have to situate my time a little bit better. And I was going to begin offering monthly readings as opposed to the weekly too. So if you've been around for a while and you think that you'd appreciate a monthly reading, let me know, because I could make those a little bit longer than my weekly readings used to be as well. All right, let's dive into it. Pisces, so what is in your past? Well, we have innocence, right? Innocence is in your past. In a romantic, under the auspices of romance, this is actually quite stunning. I enjoy, first of all, this is one of my favorite cards from the deck. Innocence is extremely powerful, very underrated. It could be that you were innocent about how it felt to be in love in terms of a romantic setting. It could be that you were innocent to how important romance was important to you. You'd forgotten how it felt. It could be that you had just thought that romance had to be something else and you were innocent to it, like you were misled about it. But I don't think that's the case at all. I think that you've been misled if you feel that innocence is wrong when it comes to romance. It's beautiful to be innocent with someone. It's beautiful to do something for the first time or to try something or the next level with someone. In an innocent or in an I'm doing this for the first time way. So this is actually a really beautiful card, especially in your past, because it's something that, you've already moved on from. Like you maybe have learned a lesson here as well, and you're not innocent about romance anymore. You know the score, right? You know how to be romantic and you know what you want romantically. So if you are single and looking, for example, this could be that you really need to work, use your communication as opposed to behaving innocently and sort of, languishing or waiting for someone to say or do something, which is the worst thing in the world to do. Not just you, Pisces, but anyone who's just waiting for something to happen, just don't, okay? Life is way too short. And I think you've learned this. You don't want to be, you just want to make a move and take the reins here, because if you're innocent about something working out a certain way without putting any effort or time or communication into it, it just can't. It's impossible. So for all my couples, this is moving away from something. You've developed something here. And for all my singles, this is about knowing what you want in a romantic setting and then not backing down from it. In your present is the fox. Here's where we're looking at camouflage. You could feel insecure within a coupling. about revealing a certain part of yourself romantically, a certain part of your heart. That should turn into a question: what am I doing with a person that I don't feel confident being romantic with, right? If you're single, this could really be about you feeling like you have to skirt around things, or you can't be upfront or be honest with someone that you are crushing on in a romantic sense. And you're not doing anyone any favors by doing that, and it's just going to feel like a huge waste of time. So really just try to be bold here if that's the case, and just blurt something out. It's also a really nice way to test somebody and someone's not saying that you have to test people all the time, but it's a nice way of just, I'm going to lay something on the line, and here's your opportunity to say or do something about it in a really nice way, right? It's not like trickery. And this person could really come through for you. And that's a really nice way to learn about that other person in a romantic way. In your immediate future, we have the Otter. This is the Coquette. This is the actual flirt card, okay? Literally, this is the flirt. So this is also divine feminine energy. This is really being comfortable and confident with highly intelligent and divinely feminine females. If you're a man and you're interested in women, for example, these are going to be like, divine feminine just really means like the ultimate woman. It could even be like a mother, believe it or not, or someone who has like motherly qualities, like nurturing qualities. And another way to read this as well is that you have these qualities. So if you're in a coupling, for example, this is going to be available to both of you. And it's going to be really appreciated. Really flirt with each other and have fun with it. If you are single and you're looking, however, this is a really nice way to get to know how you flirt and to become comfortable flirting, so that it just becomes old hat and you don't have to overthink it. Here in your foundation. So this is basically what's creating the first three cards here, or the energy rather, the first three cards. And here we have leadership. And as I mentioned at the very start here, Pisces, you were innocent about something in the past, but something either slipped away or was taken from you or wasn't brought to life in a specific amount of time, etc. And you learned from this lesson. You learned, look, if I don't take the reins on something here, it's just not going to happen, and I'll never find something out, or I'll never get what I want. So keep taking leadership over something that you really want, especially if it has to do with romance. Here we have in your crowning or outside influence, this is the Weasel. Why its keyword is slipping my mind, I cannot even tell you. Hold on one second. Good Lord. I picked up the book and then remember it. It's stealth, for heaven's sakes. Of course it is. So outside influence is stealth. Listen, if you're in a relationship, you're doing things at a certain pace that's working for the both of you, just keep going. It's wonderful. If you're single and you're looking at someone in particular and you're feeling a little bit stealthy about how you're moving forward in your romantic life and you want things to go at a certain pace, continue. It's not harming anybody. You can be stealthy in romance as long as you're not lying or cheating, and as long as both people are playing. Right? Because if both people aren't playing, then you have either an infatuation or an unrequited love, and that is a waste of time, a waste of energy, and it's very upsetting. So make sure that both parties are into this. So here in your unexpected position, you have Dragonfly. This is illusion. It could be that you see through something here unexpectedly, or someone sees through you unexpectedly, calls you out on something here. Maybe a crush. If you're single, someone could say like, look, I know by the way you've been acting and talking that you have a crush on me. Like, just fess up. If you're single. If you're in a couple, it could be that an illusion has dropped away from you, or someone is bringing a fantasy to you that they want fulfilled. And why not? Go for it, my little romancers. Here with your secret power is literally power, okay? So again, power and leadership, I think you might undermine, especially if you're having a hard time taking the reins of something here. I think that you're undermining your leadership skills with regard to the romance department. Remember, you're a water sign, Pisces, right? Like water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, right up there with Taurus and Libra. I'm even going to add Capricorn and Leo in there as well. Like some of the best romantic signs in terms of just sort of having this romantic juice. So, and you're like the lush romantic, right? You love the kisses and the whispers and the flowers and the soft touches and stuff. And the frills and the soft lighting and, you know, the quintessential romance. So you have the power to bring this to life. Remember that. If it's something you truly want and you're making it your partner or your potential partner aware of this, it's something that's going to be freely given to you. Just feel confident in asking for it or making it known that that's what you need. Here we have Whale. This is in your wish card. This is Record Keeper. This is the wish that someone could read your mind, I'll be honest. You know, cool, but it's going to be disappointing, right? So maybe instead of wishing that someone could read your mind or remember what made you happy a year ago or 6 months ago or even 6 minutes ago, unless this person does this on the regular, maybe stop expecting that from them. It's going to be a little bit of a letdown. Maybe just make it obvious, right? Take that leadership, take the power in your hands and make it really clear what you want, whether you're in a couple or a singlehood. Single and looking. I'm going to read this as well, that this is akin to the actual star card in the original tarot, which is a wish card. Its wish is coming true. So it could be that someone has read your mind, or read your gestures appropriately or accurately, and you'll be like, oh my God, like how cool is that? So either way, make it really known, or something could be provided for you here with regard to a wish coming true. And then here we have Coyote as your probable outcome. This is the trickster. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but again, with regard to romance, you don't want to be tricky. You don't want to hold anything to the cuff or make it look like you're not playing a game when you are, or making it look like you are interested when you're not. You're going to want to, you know, respect this energy, okay? If you're not interested in someone and you're single, leave them alone. If you are interested in someone and you're single, make sure that you're both on the same page and that you know what you want from each other and that you know that you're interested in romance, right? Power is in your hands. Take the reins here, especially if someone's not reading your mind. Just don't expect them to. Be really clear about that. But if they do read your mind, that's crazy cool and probably an accident. So don't count on that, because that'll get frustrating over time. Also, it's a good to get in the habit of communicating your desires and needs anyway. And here for a couple, with regard to being the trickster, you know, if this is playful, that's awesome. If you're the playful trickster, that's fun. Just make sure that both people are in on it. Otherwise, it's just going to feel daunting and could begin an argument. So we're just looking at 2 additional cards, as I always do, to polish off the reading for you here. We're just looking for 1 card from this deck. Thank you. Manifestation is the card there for you. This is really bringing dreams to life. Pisces, if anyone has the power to manifest something from the thought to the tangible world or material world, my heavens, Capricorn had the orphaned as well. You can manifest exactly what you want, but if you're not clear about it, or if you're bringing up the past or dredging the past, or even worse, expecting the worst to happen, or they'll never figure me out, they don't know who okay, well, don't play the victim at all, ever, and tell someone that you want something. Right? Because otherwise you're going to feel left out, or you're going to feel alone, or someone doesn't understand you. Listen, especially with Aquarius in the moon right now, have a conversation. This person is going to be able to have a conversation with you. Trust them. The other way to look at this is that whether you're dating or not right now, or in a coupled or not right now, why wouldn't you want to have a clear communication with the person that you're willing to spend all of your time and sexual energy with? Like, just find out who you can talk to, and then whoever you can talk to and have these sometimes fun, sometimes difficult, and anywhere in between conversations with is going to be right for you. So it's a really nice way of finding out who's right for you, by being willing to have difficult or uncomfortable conversations. And again, with manifestation, anything you want can truly be brought to life for yourself right now. Just be really clear about what that is and be fair with the other person. You don't want to get in a mind reading. You want to just be able to be clear and confident about communicating, and then you'll probably have your wishes come true here. So that is your romance reading for Valentine's week. I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.